Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hidden Pockets Podcast. I'm David Toro, a co host. This is my friend Daniel
How are you
Salazar.
guys? Daniel again, co-host once again.
And then this is George
Hey, everybody, good to see you again.
and Chris.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all again.
And I'd like to thank Anda Conmigo for allowing us to use their podcast room once again. Thank you so much. And I love you guys. And I'd like to give the time over to Chris for showing our viewers that school's almost over and just give them a break from school. Like don't even
Right.
talk about school. Just let
Yeah,
them know
man.
that school's almost
school,
over.
right?
Give them a blessing.
Yeah, no,
yeah. Yes. Congratulations, everyone, for making it to the end of the school year. Good luck with finals for anyone who's in university or high school. And yeah, let's move away from school and talk about something that everybody loves: the movies. You love the movies, right, George?
I do, but quickly shout out to all the first generation college students out there.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have a huge connection with and resonate with these group of people. I myself for first generation. I know a lot of my co-hosts are as well. So huge shout out to first generation. But now to movies. I actually was talking to a friend about this the other day. And by a friend, I mean myself, that I have not gone to see a movie in a long time. Probably like a year, 2 years ago.
Oh,
Chris
dang,
has some thoughts about that actually.
dang, George, we gotta get you to the movies one of these days.
Yeah.
Well, probably the one movie that actually no. Let's move away from that. Anyway, so right now the one of the biggest movies right now is a Minecraft movie. Probably most of you at this point are familiar with the chicken jockey meme.
Chris, you and I played Minecraft a little bit, right? Well, I
Mhm.
for sure played it. You played it a little bit, you know.
hmm
What the freak? Like, where does a chicken jockey frenzy come from? You know, like I know what a chicken jockey is. I played the games. Like, what the heck? You know, like how did it start?
I could kind of explain that. So yeah, I was gonna say is that like the chicken jockey reaction just completely out of control. It makes Endgame look quite controlled in comparison.
Right, but like why? You know, it's not like he's saying the most controversial thing in the planet. You know, he's just saying, you know, Minecraft enemy, and for some reason everyone just goes kaboom. You know, everyone loses their minds.
Okay, so a chicken
Kaboom.
jockey in the Minecraft games, from what I understand, is a baby zombie riding a chicken. And now, from what I understand from reading on the internet, it's a very rare event in
It
Minecraft.
is a rare event. You don't see those often.
Mm-hmm. And so I think there's a few reasons why people are going crazy over Chicken Jockey. One of them is that the movie itself is already a meme. Like if you've seen the trailers, people already made jokes about Jack Black's character Steve, especially when he introduced himself like I am Steve. But as for why people are reacting so crazy to Chicken Jockey,
Lamest introduction ever. Just saying.
thanks, David.
I am Batman is better.
I agree.
So I honestly don't know why people go so crazy over Chicken Jockey. It must be a psychological thing. But as people start making it into the movie theaters in the over the next couple of days, one of the things I've also observed as well is the change of the seasons. And George, I know you have more on.
He's very passionate about his seasons.
Yeah, I know George. You have more on the seasons.
So, as an outsider, meaning I'm not from Utah, I find the seasons here so chaotic. I could write a book about how it's hot and then it's cold. It's yes and then it's no. But I think Katy Perry already said something about that.
You
For all
should
those-
write a poem, George.
For all those old folks out there who know that song.
Right. Old folks like me, you know.
Yeah.
Forever young George.
I didn't think 25 was that old this day and age.
Oh
but,
yeah, I'm doing. It's so hard for me to wake up in the mornings. My back be hurting from carrying the team.
Now you're so lazy, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But I, as a motorcycle enthusiast in Utah in April time, am so in need of the season to change to hotter times. It is just one day, literally what yesterday it was like dark and raining and snowing.
Yeah.
Now today
Just a
it's
tad bit.
No, it was snowing. I was there. You kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
job.
gonna
Like I woke up, I drove to work. Like what the freak? Why is it snowing? You know?
Yeah.
It was early
Snowing in
the morning.
April.
It was
Yeah.
cold. Like,
Yeah,
what
and
the
the
heck?
weird thing, George, is that like there'd be days where it's just like nice and warm outside, and then like the next day it's like snowing. I'm like, what the heck, bro?
It's crazy, but you know, if for our viewers who ride any type of motorcycle or bicycle or unicycle, foreshadowing, we want you guys to stay safe. Please stay safe.
Just adding on to what George said. I saw this meme once where it's pretty much Utah weather, and it's Jackie Chan from Karate Kid saying, "Put your jacket on, take it off, put it on, take it off."
That's so fast. That's so fast.
Yeah.
George, I know how you feel about that weather, man. So George and I, like, we've been through this like what? How many years together? Too many, right? And let me tell you about this guy. Like, it'd be cold, like March, April, right? Even May sometimes, you know? Like, it's spring. Like, no one wants to be sneezing in the cold,
Facts.
right? I mean, it happens during winter. And let me tell you, something that George does that makes me laugh, especially with the, season. Every time the sun comes up, it'd be cold. Out of the blue, when it comes out, he's like, guys, blessings, the sun is out. It's a good day, you know?
100.
But he goes passionate, you know? Like think of like the gospel choir church. It's like he starts singing hallelujah and praise out there, you know?
I'm
He goes-
definitely grateful for hot days. But you know what's crazy? Is remember how days like yesterday that it was like snowing?
Yeah.
And then there's still people around here wearing shorts.
Okay.
And
Guys, people from Utah, explain that. Like, I don't get it, you know?
what are your thoughts, Chris?
I think it's crazy how people could wear like shorts and sandals in like cold weather. Like in New Jersey, when it's like 40, 30 degrees, everyone's wearing like winter jackets and boots and long pants. And also, George, there are also people in my grade as well in New Jersey who wore shorts on like 30-degree days. But
So do you think it's it's just like a cultural thing here that people?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because I talked to one of my former coworkers about this, and he was saying, and he grew up in the area. He told me that when it comes to like sports, they do conditioning. So it's basically just training so that they could just be resilient, right? And so
Yeah.
from what he told me, he played football growing up, and during the cold days, they would force people to run in the cold. I don't know how he explained it to me, but basically, it was just like training your body to just push through, you know, that mentality, you know, the football mentality of being tough and all that, you know, just pushing through whatever obstacles coming your way. And so what he was telling me that in training, when he was doing football, they were training, you know, any season long, whatever training, and they were especially during the winter times as well, basically for that conditioning of just pushing through, you know. And eventually, as he explained it to me, you just get used to it, you know.
For him, that sounds legit. But come on, Chris.
yeah, they
You-
were,
there's like people that are not athletes, thousands of them here in Utah that are just wearing nothing, and I'm like,
yeah, even in my grade in New Jersey, there are people who wore shorts and they weren't even active, like physically.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that guy is probably saying the truth for him,
Yeah.
but to the rest of the population, I think there's something in their DNA that
genetics
allows them to
oh,
handle
gee.
this harsh weather.
I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you, man.
I mean, when it comes to the shorts and winter debate, truth is in the eye of the beholder.
That's fair. And I will say I'm super biased myself, coming from a very hot climate background. There's definitely a bias of me loving hotter areas and withstanding 120, 130, even 140
No, I
degrees.
love the warm weather, man.
Oh yeah, I love warm weather.
Right. We know
Don't
this guy
doubt
too.
me. Don't doubt
Yeah,
me,
Chris
bro.
used to be a hater of the summertime.
Yeah, he did.
But how about David? David, I think he's actually a mix of both.
I'm not a mix of both. I actually prefer the heat a lot.
Good.
The
The right answer right
The,
there.
the only answer, really.
David, if you
Oh.
said otherwise, I would have just said you're wrong.
Blink twice if you need help.
No. But I love the heat only because like I grew up on an island and
Island boys. You
Come
know
on,
who
no
that
more
is?
island stuff.
yeah. I can't believe you mentioned. But I grew up in an island, so I was mostly like used to the heat and coming to Florida. I thought Florida was the coldest state ever because I hated the
Whoa,
cold.
in Florida.
Bro,
Wow.
Florida's hot.
Yeah, it's
I've
hot
never
out there.
even been
David.
there.
No. Because like here's the thing.
Even a
Florida-
snowflake falls in Florida, everyone just panics. Everyone just goes inside and they cancel
Not that
school
cold,
and everything.
Chris.
Now, hear me out. So, Florida, the thing is, Florida does not have snow, but it has winter, okay? And it's not like here for sure. But I used to think Florida was like the coldest state ever. And then I moved to Utah, and I was like, yeah, no, Utah's way colder.
Come
And
to New
I've been,
Jersey in the wintertime.
oh yeah, I've been to Jersey
It's
too.
brutal.
So like, seeing Jersey, seeing New York, seeing heck, I even saw Chicago in the winter, and it was horrible for me. I couldn't with any snow. The worst I've seen was I think it was Washington D.C. where like everybody was like the snow was just burying the houses alive. But nonetheless, like Utah weather here, it is crazy. But I have seen a pattern, and only one pattern, and that's that it only ever rains once, and then it won't rain until the next day or the next week.
Yeah.
So do you think
Every other pattern is just random.
do you think you've acclimated to the weather here?
I think so, just not the winter, because me and winter we do not like each other.
Okay,
If I
David.
could give Jack Frost a punch, I would.
All right, David. If I'm gonna be honest, every time it rains in Utah, the temperature always drops for some reason.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but in Jersey, like it's not that bad when it rains. Like the temperature doesn't drop dramatically. Like it's still kind of nice. But
Still
here,
drops.
when it rains in Utah, especially during like springtime, put on your winter coats because it's freezing.
I will say to our viewers who this may be like the first time witnessing the harsh weather of Utah, my recommendation is get a little space heater. I think as a college student, it was
Oh my gosh, I have those at home.
dude, they are so worth it.
Yeah.
You just connect them into your outlet, and then your room can be hot because it's the worst. One of the worst things combinations you can have as a student here in Provo is and it's common is you have a bed and you share it with someone else. Well, you have a room, sorry, not a bed. You have a room that you share with another student, and oftentimes a majority of people like the cold.
Oh my gosh, I do not understand that.
Exactly.
You remember when we were roommates together, right? We
Yes.
had these roommates. Like I love him, but it always drove me nuts how it'd be cold, so cold.
Yeah, outside it'd be cold,
Yeah,
and
cold outside,
inside.
and inside as well. Like I don't
but
get
they
it.
would still put on the AC.
They'll still put on the AC, and then it'd be so cold at night. Like I turn it up to normal human being temperature, and then almost like just our roommates were like, "Oh my goodness!" Like Daniel George, like we'd be waking up sweating. I'm like,
Yeah.
how?
Maybe
Like,
they have their AC. Maybe they have their heat vents blocked.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
no.
I don't
Point
know.
is, space heaters, and then for motorcycle people, I highly, highly recommend. They have, and we're not sponsored by Carhartt, we're not sponsored by Milwaukee, but they have these heated jackets, and I myself use them, and they have helped so much. So, shout out to heated jackets.
They make you look like Buzz Lightyear, though.
Yeah, they give me a lot of attention.
Only real people wear just jackets, no heaters.
No, some people will say real people only wear shorts and shirts.
Oh my god.
To
Ah,
infinity
crap, you
and
right.
beyond.
Can we agree that summer is the best season? Like think about it. You know?
Let's have a vote. Actually,
Yes, summer is definitely the best season. man.
Summer best season for me.
summer is the best season.
Winter's the best season.
Oh no.
Oh no, guys! If you don't want,
psycho.
Chat. Should we what should we do to Chris
as
as
punishment,
punishment? Yeah.
I like that. You know what we should do? We should strand him on the beach for a day. A nice, beautiful beach. Just keep him there for like a whole day.
Wait,
See how
what?
he feels.
What's wrong with that?
And then after that, put him in like Antarctica for like a 2 days. Because he loves his winter.
No, what we should do is we should send him out in shorts and a shirt into the Utah cold. Chris, let's be civil here. Chris, why would you ever say winter is the
Yeah.
best?
What the freak? Yeah. Why? Winter time.
I mean, for one, the snow is beautiful.
Sure. When
To
snow is
look
out.
at. That's one thing.
Yeah, to look at. Okay, keep going.
The eyes don't deceive.
And then second, my birthday just happens to fall in the month in winter.
Hey.
Convenience.
Same with my birthday. And I still hate winter.
Facts. My birthday's in August.
And three, I just have a lot. It's Christmas happens during winter. I tell you that.
Hey, Christmas still happens, and I still hate winter.
And I do have I do have a nice amount of nostalgic memories that have happened in wintertime.
Think about all the icy roads, you know,
Sorry.
all the sicknesses, you know, the times I get sick during winter time, bro. What else? Just my head hurting from like all that.
That's
You
not
know?
true. I mean, there's sledding. I mean, there's sledding. There's the elementary school play I took part of that happened in the month
Yeah,
of
you can
February.
you can keep your winter time.
Yeah, I think the group has spoken, but you know, in the chat, put in what season is the best in Utah.
Please, people, someone has to back me up on this. Someone has
Unfortunately
to
for
say
this guy,
winter
you
is.
know, well, Utahns will definitely help.
Someone
him
please
out.
say winter is their favorite season to ensure that I'm not the only one that thinks so.
No.
People love their winter sports, so they
Tell
agree
you what,
with
know
me.
about
Wait, Chris, let
psychotic.
me ask you this: when it's snowing outside, what do you do? Let's start with that.
Drink hot cocoa.
That's all you do.
That's all.
That's all you do.
Hot cocoa
I mean, I
sounds
like.
kinda
I mean,
good
I
right
like
now.
to. I mean, I like to when it snows outside. Sometimes like stick my tongue out and catch snowflakes.
I've never seen it. Nah. Stop the summertime. You already know, guys. Woo, man. I'll tell you some of my favorite summer things. You know, so this year I won't be going back to New Jersey. You know, which
Boo.
this guy.
Hey,
I don't want to hear from you. The beach is what I look forward to in the summer.
And you
I
won't
don't
go
know-
to the beach this year.
Chris, I don't want to hear from you. Anyways,
This is
but-
revenge, bro.
No,
You're making fun of me
no,
for winter.
No, you can keep your wintertime stuff, man. Let me tell you about the
Revenge
beaches.
is
you know?
not the Jedi way.
Yeah, this is Jedi business. Go about your way.
Go about your way. No, but let me tell you something about winter time.
Y'all deserve to go to Dagobah.
Oh my gosh. Like summer, you get the beaches, right?
Yeah.
And warm, beautiful, and you have the actual ocean, right?
Yeah.
Now, be careful which beaches you go to. I'll be honest, I've been to some filthy beaches. One of my cousin-in-laws, I guess you want to call it, he stepped on a piece of glass in the ocean, you know?
Ooh, wow.
Watch out for that. But on the beautiful beaches, guys, like let me tell you, that water will heal your soul. You know, oh my goodness, that sand feels nice. Although I'll be honest, sometimes it's not nice when it gets in weird parts. You know, but like just going out there in the beach, just taking a day, it's like good for like your health. You know, like up in here, you know, my goodness, you have no idea how many times I feel refreshed. You know. Oh, and that's the other thing. Like, as you know, like when we were both like students and whatnot, well, you're almost done with your program, but like, let me tell you, like summer is like it's like a freedom card, you know. Like I remember elementary school, you know, and all that. Like, sheesh, it was fun, you know. Ain't that right, David?
Yeah, I'm just saying you're making me miss the beach a lot.
Me
I'm about to
too.
cry.
Facts.
Bro, Puerto Rico beaches.
Don't they have a beach here?
No, they don't have a
No,
beach
there's no-
here. There's no
no.
beach in Utah.
Yeah,
Have
there's
you
like
seen
the,
the
there's
map
like
of
the
the
lake.
USA?
There's like a lake that's
Oh,
15 minutes
lake.
away.
Oh, I was
Oh
like
my
the beach. I'm like,
gosh.
George,
No,
you
I've
please
heard
tell me
people
you
refer
see-
to that as like a beach.
No, that ain't no beach.
That's no
a
beach,
lake.
man. That's a lake.
Beaches with an ocean.
What's it called? The lake that's right here, 15 minutes
Deer
away.
Creek.
Yeah.
Deer Creek? There's like a ropes course by there.
I've never been to that one.
Uh,
What's it called?
I don't know.
Guys, put in the chat the name of this mystery rules course that George mentioned. I guess just to kind of wrap up my thoughts about summer, you know, I feel like most of like the best memories I've had, definitely summertime, you know, vacation, even healing as well, like and like the self discovery. Like I remember last year I had like a little existential crisis, and it got resolved. When was this? Summertime, you know, and then the year before, I needed to learn how to cope. Therapy. When was that? Summertime, you know. And the year before, more self discovery. When was that? Summertime, you know. But then I won't talk about the year before that because let's just say that I had a rough summer, you know. I did what's it called? Summer sales. Enough said, you know.
Yeah, for reals.
Bro,
Yeah.
you gave me a hard time about things that happen during winter time, but you're out here saying things about your life that happened in summer that easily could have happened in like winter time or fall or spring and whatnot.
At
It
least
finished
in winter,
summer.
you're not begging for heat.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on summertime? You know, like fun memories. You know, Chris, David, George.
All right, with summertime though, I mean, all joking aside, I mean, I like summertime. In the summertime, George and I go outside and sing all those great oldies goldies to for the world to hear.
And what you know what's been actually very crazy is the astounding level of support. Just random people walking by, even driving by, and people honking their horns and giving us thumbs up and high fives. And you know, pretty soon here, I wouldn't be surprised if some girls started asking Chris to sign their future albums of him.
Future
Yeah,
Or
you too,
future,
George.
what do they call them, EPs?
EPs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. What do you think, David? Do you think do you think we could go far in the music industry?
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah. No. In truth, these guys are actually very talented. I think they could definitely sell some albums, and not some. Like, they would probably sell a lot of albums, because like Chris, he's got a wonderful singing voice.
That's true.
George, he's a crappy guitarist, but like, I'm joking.
But
No.
post production helps out a lot.
But
well,
Auto-tune, yes.
but on a serious note, George is also very talented. Like, some of his music just reminds me of a lot of people that are close to me and my family, whether it be that like my direct family or extended family, or heck, even some friends too, that play just as beautifully. But I'm just for my safety, I'm not gonna say who's better.
Facts. Well, I appreciate it. It's very kind.
Yeah. That's something that we could only do in summertime. Speaking of, I mean, George and I, we spend all winter fine tuning our skills, so then the summertime everyone could hear our beautiful voices.
That's right. So please be on the lookout for some future material that Chris and I come out. Our band name is called The Wave Brothers, and we're really excited to share this with the world. And here's the guitar we actually use. I don't know if it can be seen here, but anyways, how about you, David? Though, do you have any fun summer plans?
Well, I'd like to say not really, only
Okay.
because I'm mostly just gonna be chilling here with some of my family who are still staying here.
Cool.
yeah, same here.
Probably the best thing I could say is I'm gonna be watching some new movies that release with my parents.
It's a Fast and Furious 35.
Nah, we family.
Speaking of
Nothing's stronger than family.
Yeah.
speaking of the movies, David, are you excited for the new Superman?
Yes, sir, I am super
Mhm.
excited. Not, probably some of my family members would say, "No, you can't be excited." I'm excited because, no hate to Henry Cavill or the previous Superman. It's just that I feel like that wasn't Superman. That was more like Super Batman.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I
'cause,
mean,
like,
you're not wrong.
In those movies, Superman was so depressing, Like, I was hoping for, like, the symbol of hope that he is, not the depressing figure he is. That's Batman's thing.
That's Batman's
the
job.
symbol of mope.
Yeah, the symbol of mope. But like, I may not have been happy with how they handled the DC films, but I am happy with, at least from what I'm seeing, where they're going. Which I hope the movie is good. May not be the best Superman movie ever, but it most definitely will at least be somewhat good. I can't judge the movie per se. That's why I'm saying somewhat, because
Yeah.
I'm just excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong, and the movie will be so bad, and like it'll be like 1% at Rotten Tomatoes.
But this is a perfect question for chat.
Quick question for chat: like, do you guys think that the new Superman movie is actually gonna be good, or is it gonna be bad?
I guess we'll have to find out.
I
Only in
think-
the summertime, guys.
In the
Yeah,
summertime.
in the summertime.
Yeah.
What's this, Chris?
The only last thing I will say about my summer plans is just that in August I'll be shooting a film. That's
Oh,
about it.
Oh, can you tell us anything about it? Or maybe like I don't know.
Maybe for the next episode. Or
Yeah, a
something.
sneak peek or
Sneak
what.
Maybe I'll save any info about my film for the next episode.
Okay,
for sure.
next
All right,
episode,
next-
chat. Be on the lookout for this guy. He's going far places in the movie industry.
Yeah, at the moment, just independent filmmaking.
Mhm.
And he's
Well-
the executive producer of the podcast. So
Yes, sir.
shout out to him for making this stuff work out.
Yeah, and he knows what he's doing. Also, my hot take for the summer is that Superman is going to be the #1 movie of the year.
You know,
Mhm.
it's like a meme is made out of that. Famous last words. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Any famous last words, any of you guys?
Well, I think I hope that the summertime this year is good for us,
Mhm.
good for our family and friends, and especially good for our viewers.
Well, summertime is near upon us, guys. I'd like to thank all of you for taking a tune or taking some time to watch, and it means a lot, I'm excited for the summer, for everything else coming up, Your co-host Daniel here. You already know what's up.
And a quick shout out to our viewers who are contacting us to talk about topics in the future. We see those comments, we see those shout outs, and we will be talking about those in the next few episodes. So please stay tuned.
And on top of that, we'll also be doing reaction videos as well. I'm not 100% sure what we have planned for those reaction videos, but like it probably will be like funny videos or trailers or something like that.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken.
No. Oh, you don't have any thoughts on that?
This will definitely be an interesting. So please chat. Tell us what we should react to.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But thank you for joining us. You guys have a good rest of your day. Stay awesome, guys.
See you later.
See you.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Hidden Pockets Podcast.
Woo!